Good morning. You're watching NewsX, and I'm Vaishali Kohli. Now, Pakistan has reportedly claimed that 133 Afghan Taliban fighters were killed and more than 200 wounded in its latest military offensive, warning Kabul of escalation. Islamabad Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said the armed forces have the capability to crush any aggressive ambitions, while Defence Minister Khwaja Asif declared that our patience has reached its limit and warned that it was now open war between the two sides. Tensions between Pakistan and Afghanistan escalated sharply overnight, with both sides claiming heavy losses and launching retaliatory strikes across the disputed border. Explosions and gunfire were reported in Kabul and Kandahar, even as leaders in Islamabad and Kabul traded accusations of aggression. And now I do have joining me Mariam Solaimankhil, member of Afghanistan's parliament in exile. Mariam, welcome to NewsX, and I want to begin by asking you, of course, how do you feel about the whole situation currently?
First of all, thank you for having me back on again, and it's an unbelievably hard time. Speaking to people on the ground, I'm from my paternal side is from Paktika Barmal, which has been attacked numerous times from Pakistan, and they continuously claim that they've killed terrorists, but I have yet to see one. But I know the families that it's affected. I know the children that have died. I know the women that are suffering and then continue to suffer. And then now they have the trauma and the heartache of these attacks wiping out their entire families. I know in Nangarhar, the little boy who's left an orphan now. And that's who Pakistan considers a terrorist. Anyone who's young, anyone who has hope for their country, anyone who wants peace and prosperity for the region, that's a terrorist for Pakistan. And that's why people like in Baluchistan, Mahrang Baluch or Ali Wazir, that's why these people are in prison. That's why they're in jail. And they're openly going to events with the leaders of Lashkar-e-Taiba, with Jaish Muhammad's leaders, openly going to their funerals, admitting it as well. Now Khwaja Asif admits that they created the Taliban. So it's an unbelievably painful day that they have the audacity to attack Afghanistan's people. Not the Taliban. I don't see one Taliban dead. I don't see one terrorist dead. But the audacity that this country can do this and get away with it for decades now, it's unbelievably heartbreaking.
Mariam, I want to ask you this. Do you believe Afghanistan is really prepared for what Pakistan's leaders are calling open war?
I don't think Pakistan is prepared. They created this monster. I was there, part of the Defense Commission. I was there in Parliament. I saw how Pakistan play the war. It's guerrilla warfare. It's not regular warfare that they're playing. It's very different to defend from an aircraft or a soldier or a tank. And then you have suicide bombers. Then you have car bombs. Then you have truck bombs. It's a very difficult playing field. So as much as Rawalpindi thinks that they're prepared, I don't believe they are. I just am extremely disappointed that this war only happens to have been on either Afghan land, Pashtun land, or Baluch land. It is yet to go to the homes of the generals and the government officials who are perpetrating it and also financing their lives off of destruction and war.
Mariam, I agree with you because war isn't the solution for anything really. Now, as a member of Afghanistan's parliament in exile, how do you assess the Taliban authorities' handling of this crisis?
Well, they're doing the best they can, but I'm a Taliban critic. They are oppressing 20 million women. They're going to give it to Pakistan. I hate to say it, but they're going to. I don't think they see what's going to happen. It's a group of terrorists who are not living for this life. The Taliban are, whenever civilians get killed in these attacks, they believe that they're lucky and they're going straight to heaven. They're martyrs, right? They don't live for this world. So you're fighting an enemy that isn't just trying to protect the borders. They're trying to get to heaven. You know what I mean? It's a very different type of enemy than Pakistan's used to fighting. And unfortunately, they created this enemy themselves. They're the arsonists that created this fire, and now they're mad that it's burning their own home. Clean up your own house before you start messing with other people's homes is my only advice to Pakistan.
That's true, Mariam. That is actually true, because Pakistan indeed is an incorrigible country, even when it comes to its relations with India. But I want to ask you that, is there any effort from any exiled political leaders to present a united national front in this particular moment?
A united national front exists. The Afghan people are united in regards to Pakistan. You will not find one Afghan who is standing beside Pakistan bombing civilians. There's not one, I guarantee you. But the Taliban are a different entity. We're not, all Afghans aren't Taliban, and all Taliban aren't Afghans. You know what I mean? It's a very complicated issue, but we are united on this. All Afghans on both sides of the Durand line are united on this issue.
Mariam, do you also feel that now it's high time that, the US steps in and tries to sort the situation out? Because Trump's always there to, he said that, it'll take me an instant to sort the situation out a few months ago. Do you think that there should be some concrete steps from the US against Pakistan?
I don't think the US or the UN or the EU can help, or they would have already. They have yet to recognize gender apartheid. They have yet to recognize that 20 million women are being oppressed. Who's going to help? It's me and you. It's India, it's Afghanistan, it's anyone from the region that really truly believes in peace. We're the ones who are going to help one another. Let's stop labeling our area terrorist safe haven. Let's stop seeing these wars. Let's start seeing economic flourishment. Let's start being an area of the world where we can be proud of, not slums, not terrorists, not extremists. But it's up to me and you to do this. Why should I go call the United States to do this? Me and you should be doing this together.
Mariam, now are we witnessing isolated cross-border strikes, or do you think these are early stages of a sustained military confrontation? How do you see the future really?
I see that the people who benefit from war will keep benefiting from war. The policies of ISI that have always wanted destabilization in India and Afghanistan, for them to prosper. That's what their goal is. And this is how they go to IMF. This is how they go to the US. This is how they go to the EU, is creating a war, creating terrorists, and then getting money to fight those terrorists, right? So they've built an ecosystem, and now we see through it. Why are we still accepting it? So there are different factions that benefit off of this, and it's up to us in our region to get rid of this. I mean, the fact alone, like right now, India is very powerful. India is influential. India is a country that I love dearly. And they have the power to raise their voice and try to denuclearize Pakistan. You really want to do something, let's do something like that. Gather our voices and raise our voices that this country that harbored Osama bin Laden, this country that admitted, Khwaja Asif admitted that they created, harbored, and armed the Taliban, both TTP and TTA, as well as Lashkar-e-Taiba, as well as a long list of dozens of terrorist organizations. They did all of that, and now they're trusted with nuclear weapons. Imagine if tomorrow Rawalpindi collapsed. Who's going to get those nuclear weapons? How do they still have it? I'm almost jealous of Pakistan of how much they could get away with. And it's our fault that we're allowing them to perpetuate this. And they admit it. They say it now. They're not hiding that they created terrorism for a business. This is what their country stands for. It's disgusting.
Mariam, my final question to you now, what would a prolonged conflict mean for civilians along the Afghan-Pakistan border? Because they're the ones who are actually affected in all of this.
This is a cycle of terror. And one aspect of it is the death toll and the injuries. The other aspect that we never talk about is the prolonged effects, about the PTSD, about the trauma, about the fear, about what happens then, how that affects families. So the effects are great, and it's going to be economic, it's going to be safety and security. The industry of terrorism is going to grow, revenge. People will join different terrorist groups just out of revenge now. So there's no, I don't see peace coming from it. I just see more destabilization in the area. And the Taliban are not helping the situation either. They're going to give hell to Pakistan. They are giving hell to Pakistan. But in the long term for the region, for India and for the Afghan nation, we really need to think hard about what the future should look like. And I don't think anyone benefits from where it is right now.
Mariam, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for joining me. And the key word really is peace, not war. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.